Hey guys, I am currently sitting in a parking spot. I'm about to go to a bookish event, and I think this is my first bookish event, so I'm really excited for it. I don't know how I got so lucky. I literally found parking right nearby. Literally just turned into the street and was like, there's a huge free parking spot. So I don't think you have to pay after 6. So it's 5:30 something. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and then it'll be sick. But I'm going to a bookish event. This is a book swap. And I'm so excited, especially because today has felt so good. Like, I feel so lucky today. It's been a great day. The sun is out for the first time, so it like feels like spring. More importantly about this event, all proceeds, like I bought a ticket to go to the event, but all proceeds from this event will go to Vow for Girls, which is an organization focused on closing the book on child marriage by funding local programs for girls. So I'm happy to be supporting this organization and giving more funding to programs that will really support girls or even allow them for access to education, fostering more leadership, and just helping them navigate their future and not force them to get married. And I'm also excited for this bookstore because this is a romance only bookstore, which is, hello, did they make this just for me? So I have a few romance books because it is a book swap. They wanted us to bring, I don't know if it's new or used, but I bought majority new, and if they're used, they're in very great condition. First off, I have My Rogue to Ruin. I got this in a blind date with a book, and of course I already had this book. It was advertised as like a cheesy romance, so I was like, oh, I could go for a cheesy romance, and then it was a book I already had. I'm gonna donate one. And then I have Camera Shy by Kay Cove. She was once a independently published author, but I believe now she's like traditionally published. Good for her. I'm excited for her, and I hope everyone can enjoy her books. And then I have Astrid Park Does Not Fall. Astrid Park Doesn't Fall. Not the full word. It's making it in this list. There's actually a lot of queer romances, which I'm so happy. We have The Late Bloomer, this cutie cover. I'm obsessed with this cover, low-key. Then we have Stars in Your Eyes, a gay romance, so cute. And then lastly, we have Best Hex Ever. And this is like a paranormal romance, witchy vibes. I know it's almost spring, but maybe the person whoever gets it can hold on to it. But those are all the books I'm bringing into the event, and I'm super excited. It's been such a good day, so let me tell you about today before I go in, because I still have half an hour. I got Blackpink tickets today. Best day ever, like that's amazing. So I feel like I should go buy the lottery ticket. Yeah, honestly, getting Blackpink tickets, the sun being out, and finding this parking spot is everything to me. Oh wait, yeah. Drive home, and it's gonna take 3 minutes, so I don't know if I have time to buy my lottery ticket. But it was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to show you guys all the books that I got, because there were a lot of good picks, and they kept on coming like every maybe 30 minutes in interval, so it's not like you see everything at once, which made it a lot more fun. Met a lot of cool people, and I'm excited. The machine was down, and then it was like, go see customer service. Customer service was closed, so I tried. I put in my best effort. Maybe I'll get one tomorrow, but I did try. Hey guys, it is the next day. I am back. I decided that I want to do a haul for you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if I scared you. My camera was gonna fall. Also, I'm recording on my vlog camera, so that's why I have my main camera. Back to what I was saying. I wanted to film a haul for you guys of all the books that I swapped yesterday. I think I showed you guys all the books that I brought. So now I have all the books that I took home. And there are a lot of good books in here. Event recap. I had so much fun. I was super nervous and shy just because, one, it was my first time in the space, and two, I did not know anyone. I went in alone, and it kind of started off where I was like, oh, I feel like everyone here is friends. Everyone had a buddy, and people had people to talk to, and then I didn't. So I was like really shy. And I was kind of like, majority of that is like in my head, because I feel like by the end of the night, if I talked to anyone, anyone would talk to me. Like, we're all just book lovers in the same room. But I was really nervous at first. It's always great to just connect with people who have who have a shared hobby with you. And I got some new book recommendations. I talked about what I was currently reading, what I recommend, some of my favorite books, and it was just so much fun. It was a lot of good vibes. So I'm glad I went out of my comfort zone and went. There was also a movie showing afterwards, but I didn't stay for that. I just kind of did the book swap for a little bit. Actually, I think I stayed for almost 2 hours. I think it was like an hour and 40 minutes. Nonetheless, let's get into a little haul. These are all the books I got. This is gonna be crazy, but I picked up a romance book. Wait, I think I just realized what I said. I meant that I picked up a fantasy book, which is something I never ever pick up. I always say, like, I'm not into fantasy. I'm not a fantasy girl. I just don't get it. I can't keep up with the world building, to be honest with you. I really like lighthearted stuff. And so when it's like I have to think really hard to read, I just can't do it. But I saw this fantasy book and I was like, oh, it looks kind of thin, which makes it less intimidating because all the fantasy books that I've seen or like people recommended to me is like this thick and it's like 700 pages and it's like a 30 book long series. So this one feels very approachable. It's also really, really pretty, and that's why I gravitated towards it. Look at that, sprayed edges. This is A Forgery of Roses by Jessica Olsen. There is no like paper cover. This is just a regular hardcover, or maybe there is. There were a few books that didn't have like the paper cover of the hardbacks, so this could be one of them. It's also signed, which is really cool. This signed first edition is printed exclusively for Owl Crate. But I did read the first page and I was like, wait, I get it. Like, I'm understanding it. Sometimes usually the first page of a fantasy book, I was like, I literally don't understand what's going on. This one I understood, so I was like, wait, maybe it's not as intimidating as I thought. So I think I'm gonna give this a go. I literally am going into this clueless. I don't know anything about it. Like, there's no summary. I didn't even look it up on my phone. I was like, I think I'm gonna go for it. And then next up, I got a novel love story. Someone on Instagram, one of my friends on Instagram, is obsessed with Ashley Polston, and I read one of her books. Oh, The Dead Romantics. And I thought it was fun. I thought it was intriguing, and I think I gave it like 3.5, maybe 4 stars. I wasn't obsessed with it, and she's obsessed. She's like in love with this author. So I was like, maybe it just wasn't this book. So when I saw this, I was like, I think I should give Ashley Polston another try. And also, BK Borson gave a testimony. I'm the newest BK Borson fan, so I'm excited for this. Why did I forget what this is about? It's literally been like 24 hours. Then next up, I have Do You Take This Man? This is a signed edition. The bookstore owner actually put this out themselves, and they were recommending it. They were like, if anyone wants this book, it's one of my favorites. And like giving us all the tropes. And I was like, wait, I love Denise Williams. I read a few of her romances before and it's always been super fun. I was like, maybe I'll give this one a try just because it's so cute and they're selling it so hard that I feel like I'm sold, basically. I'm easily influenced. The back of this book says, after butting heads, an event planner and a wedding officiant begins an enemies with benefits arrangement as wedding bells chime around them in this rom-com from acclaimed author Denise Williams. If you know me, I love a good enemies to lovers. That is my favorite trope. But enemies with benefits, that reminds me of Twisted Hate, and I love that book to the ground. I love every single thing about Josh and Jules. And so this is another enemies with benefits, and I was like, yeah. Then next up, I got Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. I heard about this a long time ago. This is a young adult romance, and I was showing it around because everyone's like, what did you pick up? And I'm like, oh, show me your haul. And we would do like hauls, and everyone kept on saying how this is really cute. So I'm super excited for it. This is about 2 high school seniors, and it's like the last day of school, and they've been enemies like their whole entire like academic career, but on this very last day of school, they spend time together. I forget for some reason. Throughout this whole entire day, they really learn a lot about each other. This whole book takes place in one day. I believe it like breaks down by the hour. So I'm assuming it's gonna be really fast paced, and I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be such a good spring read when it's sunny out and laying on the grass or like outside with a picnic. It's gonna be great. Okay, next up I got Waiting for Tom Hanks. When I was in high school and I first got started into reading, I would search up on Google all the time like best romantic comedies, best romance books to read, and I would always see this one come up a lot. So seeing it now as a 20-something, I'm like, oh, maybe I should run it back and like read it and see what I could have missed when I was in high school because I never read it. This is about a rom-com obsessed romantic waiting for her perfect leading man. She learns that life doesn't always go according to a script. In this delightfully charming and funny novel. Love a good like rom-com. I'm obviously preparing and curating my spring and summer reading list. So there's gonna be a lot of like light and fluffy stuff. Next up, books were being put out kind of in intervals, like every few minutes, every 30 minutes, new books were being added. So it wasn't like you got to see everything at once. You continuously like walked around the 2 tables and just rotate because there's always gonna be new stuff. But it was great because this one came up last minute. Also, I saw some people get some books last minute and I was like, that one's on my TBR. I'm so jealous. Obviously, like, all love. I picked up this one last minute. It is called The Friend Zone Experience by Zen Cho. This is a funny romance, so a rom-com, about family, class, and love in modern London. What drew me in at first is the cover because it is so fun. Like, in her glasses, you can see a person wearing a bow tie. But this is about Renee. Her life is going well. She's 30. She's thriving. She's dating a hot pop star, and then he dumps her. So now she's, like, in shambles. She is like, that was unexpected news to her. And so she's tired. She's like, oh my gosh, this has been a terrible day. And then her father calls her and was like, I'm thinking about retiring. So I think you should be the next CEO. And it's this big, like the largest conglomerates in Southeast Asia. So she's like, oh my gosh, that is a lot of stress. And then she bumps into her first boyfriend, her first love that broke her heart. And so she's like, this is a lot all at once. But I don't know how they get to talking. I haven't read the book yet. Her first love was like, let's try an experience. Let's experiment, not experience. Let's just be friends and see how it works out. I feel like there's going to be a lot of tension in this one, a lot of chemistry, just because they already dated before and they are like, they have shown that they loved each other before. So it's going to be interesting how they keep this like quote unquote just friends. But those are all the books that I got and I'm so excited for each and every single one of them. I'm really glad I went to this event. I met a lot of cool people. I'm also excited that I got to bring you guys along and I hope you guys enjoy walking around the store with me and seeing like all the books that were laid out on the table. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what videos you want to see next from me and I'll catch you guys on the next one.